Presentation is the effects of household instability on a student's education. Household instability has affected my own life in various ways, an example being divorce. My parents divorced when I was about 6 months old. I lived mainly with my dad until I was 13. During that time, he wasn't very involved with my schoolwork. This was largely due to the overcrowding house consisting of 6 people, including 2 younger siblings. There was a lot of chaos, stress, and focus on the younger siblings, which caused me and my older brother to be expected to be more independent. This led to my grades, among other things, to suffer. I am not the only one that unstable housing can affect. It is a leading case in the decline of students' academic performance plus behavior. This image shows that teens are 2.5 times more likely to repeat a grade due to having lower scores because of unstable housing caused by divorce or parental issues. Not only are students 25 times more likely to repeat a grade, they have a 25% higher rate of depression and lower math and reading scores. According to huckhouse.org, one of the greatest barriers to achieving a high school diploma can be unstable housing. According to the 2019 Building and National Report, 85% of students with stable housing were graduating high school, while 78% of students with unstable housing were not receiving their high school diplomas. This affect you directly, but it can also affect your parents. When parents are more stressed and worried about money, work bills, etc., by the time it comes to helping with schoolwork, they are just ready to call it a day. When parents don't have time to be actively involved with their child's education, students are more likely to do poorly in their classes. This DivorceEducation.com states, parents coping with their own emotional distress or logistical challenges find it harder to be engaged in their child's learning. Because of this, students' grades can drop because they don't have that person at home to go to when they need help. To rectify this issue, there needs to be better communication between the parents, students, and the schools. The John W. Garner Center website states, teens identified as having unstable housing have a 4-year high school non-graduation rate nearly 4 times higher than teens with stable housing. In an effort to satisfy this major issue of students not even receiving their high school diplomas, parents need to be more involved and the lines of communication need to be more open between the parents and their child's school. Students need to also be willing to be accountable as well. If schools don't allow easier access to various forms of support and parents don't become more involved, the mentality of students will take a big downfall and will cause the rates of graduation to go even lower. Now, if the opposite of this happens and students are able to get more help easier and they are be able to have more positive mindsets, the amount of graduations should increase. What schools can do is provide an easier outlet for students struggling with this to go and talk about it. What you can do is, if you see someone struggling with this, give them a social group to be with or a study group to have so they can have an easier time with their mental health and with their studies. Thank you for listening.